Well, hello there, guys and gals. We have a different episode in, and I'm going to say it. It's something we've never done before. Computer animated drafting is not what we're doing. We're doing cardboard like this. So we want to come up with a spoiler. Okay, we have plenty of cardboard. Thanks to CJ Pony Parts and, several others that we buy from. And we've been cleaning up a little bit in here. I mean, it's still a great mess to piece. Hopefully we'll get narrowing down stuff, putting it back in here and getting this thing out of here eventually. But anyway, so we've decided that we want like a dovetail type spoiler just to like dizzy up this old girl, make her look more gooder. So we've tried a couple of different things. We closed the lid, took this part off and just like traced that. Like, you know what I mean? I thought that would have been the way to come up with a idea for that, but it's not. I don't think. I don't know. See, like that kind of hugs it. And I was wanting it like, let's just show you what we got so far. So I drew out a piece that I liked. I measured it accordingly, folded it over like this, but like in half. And then I got the exact same duplicate over there, in theory, right? So it should be. So we drew it on out. And this is 63-ish inches. And right now I've got it to where it goes from here to here, to end. And the way this puppy will go, something like this. We're going to set it right here on this line of this trunk and kind of bat wing it up. We're even going to have that bend there at the end. But the problem is right here, I'm not nuts about that gap there. And I don't want to just like end it here. I just don't want to cut it off here at the end of the trunk because kind of tacky, right? So I'm trying to figure out a way to do something more gooder there. So I think if I can figure out a way to mold this here-ish and see where to put this, it will tell me where I could put it on there and have the correct pattern, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't you know this by now? Gosh. Those are not exact at all. Dang it. All right, so we're going to retrace one of these because that guy, I don't know what I did, but that one looks more gooder. That one looks like taller. Triple check. I don't know what the frig I did. Maybe I had, yeah. Well, anyway, just measure it. Like I was going to use it. This is a rough template anyway. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, it's a rough template. It's supposed to like not match at all. So there's that. I didn't even cut it straight. So that's good. But one way to keep this straight is to go off the factory straight in. Go right there by the bird poop and just like go over top of it. But we're going to measure this all the way. We're going to measure here to here, there to there. I mean, we're going to measure it all. Because even though this isn't going to be a fancy spoiler, I guess, I don't know. Like, we want this thing to still look good, just because it's not a expensive one. It doesn't really matter. We want this thing correct. As correct as we can get it. Even if we're doing it with cardboard, right? So, anyway, let me come back over. We're going to come up with an idea. And as soon as I get it, I think this is the key somewhere. I think we can hover it. Yeah. I think that's the trick. So if I like bring it up just a little bit, we're going to use some tape and I'll show you, okay? Let me find some tape and I'm going to double check that because it looks like crap. So that's good. We're off to a good start. All right, give me a few minutes. We'll reconvene and magic will happen. I think we might have it figured-ish out. So I come up with this somewhat of a design where it kind of goes up a little bit, and not totally sold on it. I might add that corner maybe back to it a little bit. I don't know. So, yeah. But we did come back over. That was good. And we redid it. And then we measured from here down, there down. That was bird poopy. That's okay. And then we made our line. That was actually pretty darn good. So the line never really changed much. It was just this here. So that gives me a little bit more confidence in, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do it anyway. So I'd kind of like to do something different here. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Because once you kind of commit, you're kind of committed. You know what I mean? This doesn't look horrible. I don't mind this a whole lot, but that right there will absolutely hit. So I don't know. Maybe take that and do a line? Does that, what do you think? Get our handy dandy, where's that? Level triangle thing. Dang it, there it is. So maybe we'll go from this corner and just kind of draw a line like that. But, you know, I gotta say, I don't know what to think of that. I'm hoping it adds a good flair to it, because with the, you know, that on there, and I don't know if I showed you guys yet or not. Probably not. I can't remember. I've been so busy on this dang thing. We did completely do that, and we actually put the lights down in there now. We boxed all this in. Got our hood pins on. That's still just setting on there. It's just plastic, so I haven't decided if I want to go with a different one or not. I'm probably not going to go with a different one just because I already have that one. But we boxed all of this in. It's all reinforced, you know. We got our, I think these were 4-inch lights. So all of that's gooder. Now, we will definitely have to, you know, massage all that metal with a grinder and what have you. But nonetheless, that part's together. So this week, actually, we're going to put the whole back end of the car together, including that piece that's down there, because I just found the bracket. The rear bumper, it's sitting over there. Bought it brand new, actually. And this trunk spoiler, and we might do, which we're probably going to, a front chin spoiler, because we're already this far in. But I think, I kind of wish this was live sometimes, because, you know, I kind of want to do like a re-add, and I don't know. Just something just a little different. But I do need it off of this. I don't want it rubbing, chirping, none of that good stuff. And, I think what we're going to do is come from here, just kind of take out that bend, or curve rather. I think we're going to go from there to like right in there-ish, wherever it measures right with this triangle thing, the square. And then we're going to copy it to the, over there. But you see, you got to pay attention to this part too. See how that's not exactly what one would call flush. So we're going to have to take it from here, which I'll mark with my marker, and then do the, you know, magic line. I think that's what we're going to do. And then what we're going to do is cut it out with our sheet metal shears. And then by Gersh, we're going to just tack it on there. Why not? Seems like the right thing to do, right? I mean, this trunk lid's beat up enough. It should be just perfect for it. Don't mind the Bondo. It's good. Somebody else that had a spoiler on her at one time, it looks like, and It may have been not a Fast, just Furious one, so. Anyway, we'll have to fix that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just see what we can figure out here. I'm gonna try that, and we might just cut it and go for it. Sound good? Not really, so let's do it. All right, so we came through, we used our wheel of death, cut there, and was able to cut this way. Then we took the wheel of death and trimmed it up right here. Hopefully you guys can all see that. Now we're going to give it a little bit of bend. And the good thing is, everything's in the way that I just put out of the way. So, we're gonna line him up on the line. Gosh dang it. Come on now. Oops. We did get the 302 out of the tire and back on an engine stand, so that's gooder. All right. Now, this is going to be a total guesstimation. Let's see. Let's line him up on the line. Like that. All right. Yeah. So now that we got that, I wished I knew a way, like if there was an angle, you know what I mean? I wonder how I can get that. Is there an angle on here? Nope. Okay, so we're going to say, oh, this is going to be a masterpiece. If we lift it up, okay, if we lift it and we go right about here, ski. We don't want much of a bend. We just want right about there, ski. That, dang it, get out of here. Something in my head. Now you're going to want to make sure that you bend it, you know, same way. So, one way to ensure that, there's that. And wait a minute. How does this work? Does this gotta go help me understand? I don't want to go behind it because I'm afraid I'll mess it up, and I'm not even close to joking. So maybe I need to do that side. So let's do that. Let's go boom. We'll clamp this side down first, and then we'll go yeah. So that's what we'll do. Take on you. There you go. Like that. And then we totally messed that up by going the opposite direction. Son of a biscuit. All right, well. You dirty lint licker. Come on now. All right, we're gonna go all, what in the, if you just work with me. This is where like having a friend would be great. All right, what way do you need to go, guy? You go that way. You go this way, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, now, if I can just get you. Come on, belly, do something. There we go. Right on the line. Right on the line. And then we lifted it for no reason. Okay. Whew. And then where'd it go? And then we're saying we're bending right there, ski, I think. Is that where she went? I don't know. Maybe? Or are we doing, we're doing that one. Yeah, we're doing that way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Daddy loves it. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to clean it up. We're going to take our little flapper wheel, clean that up. We're going to beat all these edges against probably the floor, maybe a vise, you know, where it has the mallet thing, and yeah. But yeah, we're going to clean all that up. Make sure this is all the way on the line. Take all these crinkles out, because it's going to be a lot easier to do it right now versus on the car, because you know, this ain't what they call sturdy, I think is the correct word. But we're going to put, you know, brackets and all that good stuff on it. But let me just show you. I got some body hammers around here somewhere. There we go. So I'm going to use my square one. Now, if you have a nice metal surface, it's going to be better. Not going to kid you. So we might take our dolly and or just go. And if nothing else, we can take the dolly in our hand like that after this is on the car to straighten that out just a little more gooder. That was where it was, you know, crinkled from the factory, aka how I got cheaper steel. Then apparently I gouged it. That's okay. A little bit of plastic, you know, nobody will ever be able to see it. Hear how the sound changes? You got her flat. Like I say, you can get it pretty darn good. You might be able to take this over to your vise if you can't get it good enough here on the floor. But you don't even have to wally mop it. Hear how that changed like 5 different times? That's actually pretty darn good. But hold it flat. Make sure nothing's underneath of it either. You know, like if you was hitting here, you would actually put that crease in it. So try to make sure you're on somewhat of a decent level plane. There we go. Heck yeah. That's a lot more gooder. I think that's gooder. So I'm just going to clean it up now with the flapper wheel. There's no sense in recording all that. Just go slow with your flapper wheel because she'll eat on you. I'm not going to use these big flapper wheels until we start doing those. And I probably won't even show these as I'm grinding them down because, you know, it's just using a flapper wheel and that's all that it is. Nothing exciting there. So, all right, kids. Hey, look at here. Got this from the, you know, Harbinese of Freight. Even had our RTG version. Yeah, how about that? So, anyway, we cleaned up the spoiler. And we're going to have this bin facing upward. This is a little tricky because we kind of got to weld and hold it at the same time. Nothing new. But I'm going to keep it right here on this line. And, you know, I want it at such an angle and all that good stuff. So, the good thing is it's going to be difficult. So, I'm going to set you guys like right here-ish. And hopefully I can pull this off. Hopefully. Yeah. So here we go. Here goes nothing at all. All right. Safety first. So we're just gonna wear the helmet and that's it. I need 3 hands. So You know what? Let's set this thing up. What I really do need 3 hands, for real. To set this baby up on here, to get it positioned right. You know what? I'm gonna get the tape and tape it like I did yesterday, at least to start with. And then we'll pull off the tape and then we can go, you know what I mean? I think that's gonna help us. I'm not sure. Kinda, you know, newer at this. Or should we just go with it? We're not good with it because I can't find my darn tape. Man, so unorganized. All right, give me a few seconds. I wasn't ready. Sorry. Uno momento, por favor. Fast. So tell me if this is good content or if I just am still yakking too much, but I am doing a lot of work. I'm just saying. I'll try to speed it up. Hopefully I figure out how to do that. All right. So I'm gonna weld this and I'll show you end result. Sound good? So finally, after like forever and a day, it seems like, we got it. And we got it just the way we wanted it. And we put in, I believe they call them gussets. We put these in to make it a lot more stable. We wanted it right here just in case, you know, somebody grab a hold of it and shut the latch like that. You know, they can do that now and not have to worry about it. And we just made them really simple. We made them all the exact same off of one of these pieces. And believe it or not, it was a piece of scrap that just happened to come out right. You know, it was something like that. It was actually even cut almost perfect. It's craziness. I got to trim the top of that guy and that guy down just a smidgen. Where they, see, I mean, just, and I'm going to take them down with the flapper wheels, so that ain't nothing. But we put 2 on the ends, that way so the wind, you know, I mean, it wouldn't, I don't see this car going that fast to where it would bend that or anything, but you know, somebody happened to catch it with their arm maybe, you know. Now this is, again, 18 gauge steel. You can use a lot thicker steel if you want. This is just what I bought, so it's the same as in the door panel or the body panels and all that. Like I say, I welded everything solid, as you can see. And I kept my air gun handy, wherever it went, right there. Constantly. I might do an inch and a half worth of weld, cool it down. Inch and a half worth of weld, cool it down. And I mean, cool it down for like 30 seconds to where you can almost touch it. That way so you're not warping metal. This right here, it looks a lot hotter than what it is, maybe. I don't know. But I did the exact same thing there. Remember, on your small pieces of metal, they're going to warp easier than your large pieces. Your thicker metal is going to warp, you know, slower than your thin pieces. It just, that's the way it works, you know. It's like geometry and stuff or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's our batwing type spoiler or dovetail, whatever they call this kind of spoiler. I just kind of liked it. And like I say, if we don't like it, we'll scrap it. And we'll just go get a regular trunk lid. It's not a big deal. Swap meets come up. This trunk is going to be red anyway. Yep. This panel is going to be black. And the panel underneath that guy down there, what camera guy? Right there. It's going to be red. So, you know, we're doing a black and red theme, if you didn't know. Same as the seats. And that right there is going to wrap up the dovetail, or like I said, whatever it's going to wrap up the spoiler. We may or may not do a chin spoiler. I don't know. These things, man, I'm telling you, it's like sometimes 2 and 3 days full of like just cutting, welding, all that good stuff. And I still do want to get this thing done in a timely manner. Yep, you guessed it. It's midnight. So, you know, this here took me like all week. And by all week, I mean coming out here 4 and 5 hours and just really just working until 12:30, 1 o'clock every night, just to make sure I got that the way I wanted. And I'm very happy with it. These weren't that bad. The patch panels aren't bad. But whenever you go doing customization, you know, and building stuff like this, just know it's not going to be in and out stuff. I love the way I did that. I mean, it matches perfect on both sides. I can't believe I did that. Pretty happy about it, I'm just saying. And the fact that it actually looks the way I envisioned it to look. So this is really, really good. I'm pretty happy with it. It bends down right here. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I'm going to say it is, because the rest of it's straight. And I'm real happy with that. So I can live with all of that. Except for the welds, we got to grind them down and do the whole smoothing it out stuff that everybody loves to do. Which I want to remind you guys, I went to Harbin East Freight, obviously. Bought these gloves and this. It's like 21 bucks. Get your butt a respirator while you're there. They sell them. They sell them on Amazon, eBay, you name it, they sell them. Don't get this crap in your lungs. You don't need that. I mean, you don't want this nasty metal and Bondo and whatever else to creep up on you back in later in life, you know, just like the asbestos stuff in brakes they didn't know about. So the missus kind of got on to me for not wearing one because, you know, metal work. But anyway, hopefully this helps you guys and gals. Hopefully it encourages you to just go for it. I mean, what the heck you got to lose, right? It's a $20 trunk lid. This here was just plain, ordinary, flat steel. You saw us draw it out on cardboard, cut it out on cardboard, get you some scissors and some extra markers like I did from the dollar store. I mean, we seriously went to the dollar store and got all those. I got multicolored because if I mess up, I know that red is like stage 2, blue is stage 3 or what have you. You know, like, because I messed up on that darn thing like 3 times trying to get the right measurements because I didn't really, well, I mean, I measured just, apparently I'm not that great at measuring. But you remember whenever I folded it over and this was an inch taller than this and chaos. But we got it. So hopefully I can like edit half of this stuff out of me blabbing while I'm trying to do this welding with you guys on my head like that. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, all your likes. And believe me, if you guys have any tips to all this kind of stuff, send them down there. I am never too good to listen. Believe me. All this fabrication stuff, I am absolutely brand new to. I just figured somebody else does it. I'm going to give it a shot. Why not? So, if you don't mind, just real quick, you know, just somewhere down there, the old subscribe button, I appreciate it. You guys have yourself a great weekend, and it's getting a lot closer. We'll see you next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Y'all have a great weekend.